If you're the same as me, you've clicked on this video because you are expecting and you're looking for some inspiration for name choices. And let me tell you that I have got you back. Today I am sharing 10 boy names that we love, but we're just not going to be using for our little family. So if this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned, give it a big thumbs up because it really does support our channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday. And let's get into our baby boy name list. If this is our first time meeting, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. It means a lot to me. My name is Beck and I'm currently a mum to 3, expecting our 4th and final baby. I currently have 2 girls and 1 boy, which means when we have been pregnant previously, we've never found out the gender, and we haven't found out the gender for this bub. So we have had boy contender names for our 2 girls that we haven't used, and the reason why we've had to shelve them could be the fact that they became really popular. We've had friends who've used that name between us wanting to use it and then the birth of our son, or maybe Michael and I just couldn't agree on them and see really eye to eye and 100% love it. But these names are so beautiful, they are strong, yet they are sweet enough for a little baby boy, yet manly enough when they are older and they're wanting to introduce themselves maybe in a workplace environment. So let's get into our top 10 baby boy names. Our first name was our contender when we were pregnant with our daughter Amira, and if she was a boy, we were going to call her Theodore. We love Theodore. We think it's a very strong name, yet you can shorten it down to Theo, which is a really sweet name for a boy or a little baby. It's currently ranked in the 23rd position, so it's not too popular, but it's popular enough that people would be able to look at it, read it, and say it. This name has Greek origin, and the meaning of it is divine gift, which I think is really sweet. For me, culturally, having a son is quite important, and I've always pictured myself having sons, and so to be blessed with a son I think really is a divine gift, and I love that name. But unfortunately, between 2016 and 2020, when we actually had our first son, Phineas, Theodore became super duper popular, and there were a lot of people within our circle that named their sons Theodore, and we just find that's something that we don't want to do. We don't want to be picking a name and meeting up with them and having 2 sons that are Theo and it getting confusing. So that name got shelved. We love it, but we're just not going to be using it. The second name was our name choice for Zoe, if Zoe was a boy. So Zoe is our second daughter, and that is the name Conrad. I think it is a very strong name. I don't know how you would shorten this name, and I think that was probably something that I was fighting with, because I do like to give our kids nicknames. My name is Rebecca, but I go by Beck. I've gone by Becky or Becca, and I like the fact that through the different seasons of my life, I've been able to pick the nickname that I think suits me at that stage. And I think with Conrad, I couldn't find that nickname that's sounded masculine, because Connie I think is very much a girl's name. It is ranked at 548, so if you're looking for a name that is not popular, Conrad might be the name for you. It's English origin and the meaning is so beautiful, and that is bold counsel. I think when you are naming your son, to give them the name that means bold counsel is setting them up for a future where you're really hoping and believing that they're going to make good choices in their life. So Conrad was a great name choice. We really did like it. And if Zoe was a boy, she probably would have been Conrad. But since then, it's been 4 years, and it's just a name that when we've gone back and looked at it, the fact that it doesn't really have a nickname for us is the reason why it got shelved. Number 3 is Isaac. We love the name Isaac, and Isaac was actually going to be the name of this baby if this baby was a boy. I had this epiphany moment and realized that I loved the name. However, there have been 2 reasons why we're not using it for this baby. First of which is we've had friends, dear friends of ours, that come into our life within the last 12 months Their son is Isaac, and he and our eldest daughter Amira have become really great friends, which is fantastic. And once again, Michael and I just want to make life as simple as we can, and so now that they are in our life, we don't want to be having two Isaacs when we go over for play dates and stuff like that. So that's a major reason why it got shelved. Another thing that I was kind of just going back and forth on is nickname. I don't know what you would do. Maybe Zach. I think Eyes is a bit strange because it's your eyes, but it's a great name. It is currently ranked at 39, and it has a Hebrew origin that is he will laugh, which it's a bit of an interesting name meaning, but it's still a really lovely, strong name for your baby boy. Number 4 is Harvey. I think this name got onto our list because we were watching Suits, and Harvey is a great character on that show. This name also has a really good ranking if you're not wanting to do a popular name. It's currently ranked at 413. It has good nicknames like Harv or Halves. It is French origin and it means battle warrior. So if you're looking for that really strong name, Harvey is a great contender. I don't actually know the reason why it hasn't made our list. Maybe that's a conversation I need to have with Mick. But for us, Harvey is really a great name. It suits both a baby as well as an older man, like once he gets into his adulthood. Great name choice. Number 5 is Tobias. I think this name got onto our list because I was reading the Divergent series and there is a character in there called Tobias. It is currently ranked at 268, so once again, if you're looking for a name that's not really popular, this could be the name for you. It's Greek origin and the meaning is God is good, which I think is an amazing meaning. I feel like with your kids, to be blessed with a child, God is absolutely good. Like, God is good all the time. The reason why we're not using it is because since it becoming on our list, I have taught a couple of Tobiases or Tobys, and they didn't give me like a negative imprint of the name, but it's just becoming a little bit more popular than what I'm used to, even though it's not ranked very popular. I think maybe within Christian circles. We are shelving Tobias, but it could be a great name for you and your family. Number 6 is a name that I love, and I cannot get Michael to see eye to eye on this one for some reason, and that is Ezra. I love Ezra. I think it is an amazing name, and I have a really sweet memory because I taught an Ezra when he was in grade 5. He's now finished high school and is out in the real world, but he was such a beautiful, compassionate, strong boy, and he really gave me a good impression of that name. It's ranked at number 44, so it's in the middle if you're wanting to get a name under the top 100. It also has a Hebrew origin with the meaning of help, which I don't know what to take of the meaning of the name, but I still think the name itself is so beautiful. I think it's short enough that you wouldn't need to have a nickname, though Aussies try to make a nickname for everything, so maybe Ezra might become Ezzy, or like in our family when kids are trying to learn names, it could be Rara. But I think Ezra is such a strong yet charming name that I just can't get Michael to agree on. Otherwise, this baby in my belly would be called Ezra as soon as he comes out if it's a boy. The 7th name is Jasper. I think Jasper is a really cool name. It's outside the top 100. It's ranked at 138. So once again, if you're looking for a not a very common name, this could be it for you. It's got English origin and it means treasurer, which is pretty funny for our family because Michael is currently the church's treasurer. So there's a bit of a nod to him if we wanted to do that name. I honestly can't remember the reason why this name got shelved for us. Jasper really is a sweet name. I just don't think it worked with Amira, Zoe, Phineas, Jasper. I think that's when we were like, maybe there could be another name that could fit our family just a little bit better. The 8th name is Sebastian. This name is another name that I just cannot get Michael to see eye to eye on, and it is ranked at number 19, which I think is the reason why he doesn't like it, is because it is quite a popular name. He also, when he hears the word Sebastian or hears the name Sebastian, he thinks of She's the Man movie with Amanda Bynes, and the brother's name is Sebastian and the girlfriend's like, Sebastian, Sebastian! And he just thinks that tone of voice is really annoying, and now he thinks of Sebastian as an annoying name, which is quite sad. So Sebastian is Greek origin, and the meaning is revered, which I think is a lovely name meaning. This name is really great if you're looking for a name with nicknames, because Sebastian is a great formal name, but when they're little they could be Seb or Sebi, which is quite sweet. I've taught a couple of Sebastians and they were beautiful little boys, and so that's probably another reason why I'm quite fond of the name, but I just can't get Mick to get on board with it, so unfortunately it won't be used in our family. Number 9 is Michael's name choice that I can't get on board with, and that is Bartholomew. He loves it. I don't know why. I think it's because the Flash, his name is Bartholomew, but he goes by Barry. I just think if you're going to use Barry, you might as well just use Barry, and trying to teach a 5-year-old to spell Bartholomew would be so difficult, and like that's the thing being a teacher, is I think about these sorts of things. Filling out forms would be a bit of a pain, and that's the reason why I just can't get onto it for me personally. It is ranked at 1,662, so if you're looking for a really rare name, maybe Bartholomew might be good for you and your little family. It is Greek, but it comes from the Aramaic name being son of Talmai. I think I'm saying that correctly. So that's rather interesting that it has Aramaic lineage in it, or roots, because our family is Maltese and Persian, so maybe it could have been a good name choice, but it's not going to work for our little families, but it could be a great name choice for you and yours. Our 10th and final name that we love but won't be using is Felix. I think Felix is such a cool, hip name. I think it's a name that if you had to say, hi, I'm Felix, everyone would be able to spell it. However, in the ranking, it's sitting at 225, so it's not very popular at the moment. It is Latin in origin, and it means happy and prosperous, which is such a really joyous name meaning. I think Felix is quite good for both boy and man. But for our family, it didn't fit in because then we would have Amira, Zoe, Phineas, and Felix. And having the 2 boys as F names kind of goes against the reason why I did A for Amira and Z for Zoe. So that is the reason why that name got shelved, but it is a great name choice that I wanted to share with you guys. So those are the top 10 boy names that we love, but we either can't see eye to eye on it, or maybe it just doesn't work for our family because this is the 4th bubby. But if you have enjoyed watching today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support our channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified for our videos every Monday and Thursday, because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rulebook, we only have each other. And if you've got a name choice that you think might work well for our family with Amira, Zoe, Phineas, and baby number 4 that could possibly be a boy, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment it down below. Stay tuned until the end screen where I will leave a link for our baby girl names if you missed out on that video. Otherwise, I will see you in our next video. Bye!